Ba-doom, 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 da-dum, da-dum. Gloves. Ah, paper towel. Hat. Multiple poop bags. Ready for a dog walker. If this whole coffee with Ken thing doesn't work out, good morning, Ike. Good morning, Humblebee. Good morning, Barbara Plummer and the Golly Girl and Bryson and Kimmy. And it's just May. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I was going to zip that up. It's kind of crowding me a little bit. Hello, Junk Wax. Hello, A. Willamar. Hey, Bryson's sending me. What does he send me? A heart puff. I think I got a heart puff the other day. Seemed like something you might get from, I don't know. I don't know if I should talk about it, but I forgot even the name of the store. They sell kind of erotic sort of stuff. Not that a heart puff's erotic, but I'm picturing lacy and kind of little things, puffy things hanging on it. Oh, Bryson's also sending me a rose. Hello, KJ. That's a better angle, I think. Looks pretty nice back there. Again, it's a beautiful, looks like a beautiful morning. So good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. Oh, it is Tuesday morning. Dottie says it's beach weather. Well, let me tell you, it's not quite beach weather, but we got sunshine, and that's a good start to getting us on our way to beach weather. I think it's 47 degrees right now, and I brought various towels and coats for me to sit on, so my pants and back wouldn't get all wet, because we've had nothing but rain here in Naperville, Illinois over the last week or so. Every day's been cloudy and kind of rainy and kind of windy, kind of typical late spring weather. And it's nice to have a little sunshine and nice to have a little blue sky. But again, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and my hand itches. And this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It's April 30th. Before I go any further, I want to say happy birthday to my two children born on April 30th. God blessed me with 4 kids. 2 of them were born on April 30th. Thought it'd be a neat thing. The big one wasn't happy that there was a little one following. But Aaron, I love you so much. Happy birthday. And Augie, I love you so much. You're my little nugget of love. Happy birthday to you, and I'm going to see you in a little bit. But anyway, it's it's Tuesday morning. It's about 6:39. I'm getting a little late start today, so I appreciate anybody that's tuning in. If there's any first-time watchers, please subscribe to my page. Hope you'll enjoy my content. It's a show about me talking and kind of sharing feelings and sharing ups and downs in life and sharing the adventure that is life, because I think life creates the best story of them all. But for those that have been watching a while, and I'm not going to elongate, that's kind of a funny word, L-O-R-J, elongate. It's not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, I'm going to put the cup there and hope it doesn't wobble. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee. And I am excited to take my first sip. I can't tell you how excited. I've mixed it up a little bit today. I took the advice of a watcher yesterday, a buddy of mine. Went to Aldi. I heard Aldi has the best K-cups or Keurig cups or whatever they're called for coffee. So I walked into Aldi, walked around. I'm not a frequent Aldi shopper, although I do kind of like it. And hello, Kayla. I do kind of like it. and bought a couple varieties of Keurig coffee. And I'm about to have my first sip of one of the varieties this morning. And my hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you've got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. It's the French vanilla. It's the French vanilla. Yes, it is the same owner as Trader Joe. Yes. Trader Joe's is kind of a neat store. Aldi's kind of a neat store. I don't know how long Aldi's been around. I always looked kind of down on it, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm getting Aldi confused with the Wonder store that we used to have growing up that was like old Wonder products, a little past expiration that was still decent to sell. And we used to go to, and it was about the same size and about the same feel. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed those Wonder products. I was a big fan. I think it's Wonder. Maybe it's Hostess. I don't even know. I'm thinking Wonder Bread. I don't know. I'm getting old. My memories are... That's why it's so important to document my memories in this Coffee with Ken show. Because you never know. You never know. Tomorrow's never promised. Hello, Daniel. Thank you. Greg's asking if I remember CBs. I do not remember CBs. I don't know. James is saying Barry's hot Irish tea in the Poconos. Oh, he's having hot Irish tea in the Poconos. Are the Poconos mountains in Pennsylvania? Does Pennsylvania really have mountains? I mean, I know they have large hills. I've wondered this before about what's the difference between like a village, a town, and a city. I wonder what the legal definition between a hill and a mountain is. Because, I've driven through Tennessee, and they're kind of mountainous. Yeah, they're mountains, kind of. But then I've driven through the Rockies, and that's where the mountains get really serious. And when does a hill cease being just a big hill and become a mountain? Is there a certain height requirement? Good morning, Carrie Schultz. Thank you for joining. That's my very relevant thought for this morning, because I don't have a whole lot of other thoughts going on. This might be my shortest show ever, and have a fine discussion about mountains and hills, and just sign off. Give you guys a farewell, a warm hug, if you will. Nah, I got too much coffee left. Let's talk for a little longer. So it's Tuesday morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. What's strange, it's a clear day, and maybe I just didn't go outside that much yesterday. But I've been outside every day, even in these rainy days. And for the first time this morning, I can hear traffic off on Route 59, which is about a mile that way. And for some reason, maybe because it's raining, maybe honestly it's just because I wasn't hanging out outside a whole lot because it was raining. But this was the first time I noticed that sound. Can I do advanced quantum mechanics equations? I'm not sure if I can or if I can't. Carrie Schultz lives in Vermont, and there's lots of mountains there. I guess there's skiing in Vermont. I'd like to go to Vermont. I'd like to go to Vermont. I think it'd be a neat size state, although I did a video the other day about how Montana would be cool because it's big. I could go the other way and say I think Vermont's size might be awesome as well. Because I live in Illinois, and Illinois is a really it's not like the biggest state, but it's sure a pretty long state. And if you're driving from Chicago and say you're going to Florida or Kentucky or whatever, you're in Illinois quite some time. You almost start resenting Illinois for its length. You want to kind of mix it up. And I bet if I lived in Vermont, I could hop over to, I don't know, Connecticut or Rhode Island or maybe even Massachusetts without without that much traveling. Good morning, PD. You're right about that, Greg. You're right about that. Greg's funny. Greg's funny. He is funny. He provides valuable answers periodically, although he does post videos about me. So I'm not sure what his intention is. Couple of hours drive, all New England. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What's your favorite of the 13 original colonies? I like that question. And about 6 months ago, I was really watching a lot of Revolutionary War documentaries. So what is my favorite? I mean, I'd have a hard time saying it's not Massachusetts, because that was kind of where a lot of it got started. But then again, Pennsylvania and Philadelphia were very important. First capital was in Philadelphia. I'm tempted to say North Carolina, not because of its relevance as a first colony, but more just because I think North Carolina is probably a pretty neat state today, with mountains or hills and trees and greenness and big cities and beach. So if I had to say, so I'll go Massachusetts, Pennsylvania. And it's interesting because I'm not even going to throw New York in, although there was a lot of battles on, like in New York City, on Manhattan Island. Manhattan Island, when Manhattan Island was just a island, not mega expensive real estate place hub of activities. But I'm going to say North Carolina was my favorite of the original 13 colonies. I'm going to say North Carolina was my favorite of the 13 colonies, because of my affection to the state today. But don't get confused. It's not out of relevance. I'm sure North Carolina had a valuable role in it all. But as far as activity, I would think Massachusetts would probably have to be number one. And, but Virginia, I'm not even mentioning. Virginia contributed so much. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson are from Virginia. So I should certainly mention Virginia as one of the big states in terms of roles as far as the Revolutionary War goes. Can I name the first 5 presidents? I hope so. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and James Monroe. And then I think it was John Quincy Adams was next. I think that's correct. And again, I believe got a rather large-sized dog barking off in the distance. Well, thank you, RJ. I appreciate it. You threw me a kind of a softball, but I had to pause and think about it. I mean, I think there was a time I could probably name all the presidents in order. But I had to think about that one a little bit. I believe James Madison was our smallest president, and he or James Monroe might have been the last kind of revolutionary president, the guy that was involved in, crafting the Constitution and maybe signed the Declaration of Independence. Carrie Schultz says she learned all presidents at 9. Yeah, that's about when you're learning all the capitals of all the states. And to be honest, I could not do that, probably. I couldn't do that. We're talking Vermont. Don't anybody say, is it Mount Pellier or Pellier or something like that? Are you familiar with former President John Taylor? Well, in what way? Wait, John Taylor. Was it John or Zachary? Or was it Zachary Tyler? Oh, Pellier. Oh, I appreciate that. I should look down. Look down. Yeah. Thinking about watching Sesame Street. I don't know, and a song kind of came into my mind. I got 2 little babies. One is 3 today. I've already said happy birthday to my beautiful little nugget of love, Augie, who I'm going to hang out with shortly. He and his mama and I are going to take Augie and our little baby Eve. Benjamin Franklin's one of them, Tenley Sitch. And hold on, Benjamin Franklin is on the 100. And somebody asked which two U.S. bills don't have a president on them. 10 is 20 is Jackson. 50 is Jackson. What's on the 20? Who's on the 20? Who's on the 20? I was going to tell a sweet story about the birthday. I think Broadway, Wall Street, Broadway. That's a good question. Which two U.S. bills don't have presidents? All I can think of is the 100. Jackson is 20. Okay. Andrew Jackson. Okay. He was the president. And Grant was the 50. Lincoln was the 2 was Jefferson. By the way, for such an important president, why did Thomas Jefferson get the $2 bill? You know? I don't know. I don't know. No. Well, we can't. Come on, give me the answer. What's the second bill? The 10 and the 100. Who's on the 10? Who's on the 10? Isn't that Madison? Who's on the 10? Somebody tell me who's on the 10. Kerry Schultz says it's the 10 and the 100. Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. That's correct. All right. Good job. Good job. I forgot. And I was a fan of Alexander Hamilton. He did not get along with Thomas Jefferson very well during the Revolutionary War, and eventually died at the hands of Thomas Jefferson's vice president, Aaron Burr. Good morning, Jerome. Your flattery will get you everywhere. By the way, speaking of flattery, speaking of facial hair, which we weren't, but I'm going to bring it up because it's my show and I'm going to talk about what I want. For any of you that might be a fan of this facial hair, I wouldn't get too attached. I wouldn't get too attached because it's I don't know if I like the feel at all. At all. I was at a Starbucks yesterday. Thank you, Kayla. I was at a Starbucks yesterday, and there was one of these dudes working there with one of these huge, gross beards. Sorry for anyone that has it, but I would think it'd be so uncomfortable. And I only say gross, I don't know, because who cares what I think how they look? Who cares what I think how they look? But I just think it would feel like heck, combing or brushing. I mean, I can hardly handle this. Yeah, keep the stash. I don't think so. But anyway, again, it's Tuesday morning. It's April 30th. It's Augie's birthday. And he and his mom and I are taking him out this morning. And he's only 3. And his little sister's a year and a half. But it's going to be a beautiful day to spend at least the morning with him. We were kind of working on plans this morning. But he starts getting really tired around 11:30. And so we got to get him back into bed at latest by 12. So I probably got to get moving and get mobilized and get on over and head out with him. And we're going to one or two different places, not totally sure where. But I believe we're going to start with a little breakfast for my man. I mean, we're saying breakfast for him. I don't even know if he's going to get his own food. We'll probably get him his own food. Maybe the Mickey Mouse pancakes or something like that. That seems like it'd be fun for a 3-year-old. We better bring a lot of wet naps because I believe Mickey Mouse pancakes might have like chocolate chips on them. And Carrie, you have a wonderful day. They might have chocolate chips on them, and Augie's probably not going to use his knife and fork when he's eating his pancakes on his birthday. He's probably going to get right down into it, and we're probably going to let him. And he's probably going to have chocolate all over his face. And I hope he doesn't get any syrup in his hair. Not because I'm that worried about his hair, but because syrup's one of the really stickiest things. And for those that know me, I don't like sticky. Greg's suggesting I take him to Neighbor Nuts and Sweets. That's a good idea. I know that's a good idea. He's not tall enough to look over the counter. And he doesn't, I don't think Augie fully grasps the idea of candy yet. I mean, he's had candy and he enjoys candy, and I'll give him some. I found a bag of jelly beans from Easter the other day, and on a walk, I was giving him and Eve some jelly beans, and they really enjoyed them. But I don't think he fully grasps the idea of candy. But maybe we could see. Maybe we could see. We'd get to show him off. I'm looking forward to showing him off more than anything. And that's, if we go to downtown Naperville, that's what I like to do. And walk around, look at things, have him see people and see traffic and see different stores, and go into the library and show him off at the library. And maybe take him along a walk along the Riverwalk, and take him to the playground by the Riverwalk, or on the other side of Washington, there's a beautiful playground as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing my little nugget of love on his birthday. And I don't know, enjoying my day and enjoying the sunshine and enjoying the birds chirping and enjoying a cup or two more of coffee. And just really enjoying my Tuesday. And Carrie's going to Texas Tuesday. And Carrie's going to Texas. Have an awesome time in Texas Falls. And have an awesome. RJ wants me to sing to Augie and Aaron. No, I'm not going to sing to Augie and Aaron, because I wouldn't be singing to Augie and Aaron, because neither of them are watching the show. And Augie just FaceTimed me, and I had to turn it off because I'm finishing up my show right now. And I'm looking forward to singing to him in person. And I'm going to sing to Aaron in person. And I'm going to enjoy my Tuesday. And I'm going to love on my babies as much as I can. I'm probably not going to see the big one. She's got plans. She's an active young lady. But I'm very proud of her. And, yeah. So, anyway, one more happy birthday to my little Augie and my, I don't know if she likes when I call her my little girl or my big girl. I don't know. Daughters out there, do you like when your dad calls you a big girl or a little girl, even if you're 18 and above? I don't know. But cheers to them. I want to thank you for joining on this slightly abbreviated Coffee with Ken. I'm excited to FaceTime my little nugget of love and then go see him. I'm excited for my day. I'm excited for the sunshine, the blue sky, the birds chirping, the green leaves, the lack of wind, the scooter that I have parked outside that I'm going to enjoy today. I want to thank you so much. And I'd encourage you to do what I did and just rattle off a few things that you're grateful for on this Tuesday as you head off on your day. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself.